The Special Investigation Team (SIT) probing the murder of editor-activist Gauri Lankesh on Thursday took custody of 4 men arrested by the Bengaluru City Police for illegally attempting to kill Mysuru-based rationalist thinker Professor K.S. Bhagwan. The SIT will have custody of the accused for 11 days. It will be questioning them as they are suspected to have played a role in the murder of Gauri, shot dead outside her house last September.
One of the 4 accused is 37 who hails from Shikaripura. SIT sources said he is a key link between the Gauri and the Bhagwan plots. He had recruited Navin Kumar, now charge-sheeted as an accused in the Gauri Lankesh case in both conspiracies. The other 3 men have been identified as Manoj, 29, from Vijaypura, Karnataka, Bhaisab, 37, from Pune, and Amit Degwekar, 38, from Sindhudurg in Maharashtra. All 4 had been arrested by the Upperpet police in the 3rd week of May for alleging plotting to kill Professor Bhagwan months after Gauri Lankesh was shot dead. The SIT took custody of the men from the Upperpet police on Thursday. Presenting their arguments in court, the SIT claimed that it had evidence indicating their involvement in the Gauri Lankesh case. However, SIT Chief B.K. Singh said that they have been taken into custody for interrogation. Bureau Report, NS India News, Ahmedabad.
The security forces have been asked to remain on a high alert and maintain vigil around sensitive security installations across the state. They have been put on high alert following reports of large-scale infiltration of militants in the valley from across the line of control, as said by officials.
There are reports of infiltration of over 20 militants into Kashmir from POK recently, officials said. They said most of the militants are believed to be affiliated to Jaish-e-Mohammed outfit headed by Maulana Masood Azhar. The security grid is apprehending a spike in militant attacks in the state, particularly in the valley, the officials said it. The security forces have been asked to remain on high alert and maintain vigil around sensitive security installations across the state, they said. The officials said it is rare for such a large number of militants to infiltrate in one go and indicated the desperation of their handlers across the LOC to keep the Kashmir pot boiling. Bureau Report, NS India News, Ahmedabad.
Hello and welcome to NS India News. I am Lois Christian and let's take a look on our today's bulletin. Congress and JDS are likely to announce a power-sharing deal for their coalition government in Karnataka on Friday, with an ambiguous reiteration that H.D. Kumaraswamy will be Chief Minister for the full term and the 2 parties will contest the 2019 Lok Sabha polls together. Contrary to speculation, the proactive negotiations were focused not just on ministerial portfolios to be apportioned between the 2 partners but also on other dimensions.
Among key portfolios, finance will go to JDS while the Home Department will be run by Congress. JDS Secretary General Danish Ali told the announcement will be a written agreement resolving all the issues to run a stable coalition for 5 years. That is why it has taken so long. We wanted everything to be on paper so that the government could run smoothly for its full term under the Chief Ministership of H.D. Kumaraswamy. On Thursday, Congress General Secretary K.C. Venugopal and JDS Ali flew to Bengaluru for final talks with local leaders after 5 rounds of negotiations in the national capital. On Wednesday night, Congress President Rahul Gandhi joined the negotiators through a conference call to settle matters. Venugopal also held discussions with Kumaraswamy, the CM, before going to meeting, said details of the portfolio allocation may be announced on Friday. The power-sharing announcement will clearly spell out that the 2 parties will contest the 2019 Lok Sabha polls together and that coordination committee will be set up which will meet regularly to ensure effective management of the partnership. It will also state that a common minimum program will be drawn up largely by distilling the manifestos of the 2 parties which contested elections separately. Bureau Report, NS India News, Ahmedabad.
From 19.4 in 2000, the prevalence of smoking tobacco in India dropped down to 11.5 in 2005, according to the World Health Organization report released on Thursday. The report projected the prevalence to drop down further to 9.8% by 2020 and 8.5% by 2025. While the report only covered tobacco usage in the form of smoking, India has a large population of chewing tobacco users, thus posing additional burden. Experts said the decrease therefore is nothing to rejoice over.
The drop in smoking prevalence is in sync with the global adult tobacco survey outcome. However, India has a unique problem of chewing tobacco. More than 3/4 tobacco users have it in the chewing form. Therefore, we need policies that address this form of tobacco rigorously, said Dr. Pankaj Chaturvedi, head and neck surgeon from Tata Memorial Hospital in Mumbai. Dr. Chaturvedi, who is also India's most vocal anti-tobacco activist, said that it is upsetting that our government has turned a blind eye towards regulating pan masala. This World No Tobacco Day, WHO is drawing attention to the fact that tobacco does not only causes cancer, it quite literally breaks your heart. While many people are aware that tobacco use increases the risk of cancer, there are alarming gaps in knowledge of the cardiovascular risk of tobacco use, said the health organization. It also noted that while tobacco use has declined markedly since 2000, the reduction is insufficient to meet globally agreed targets aimed at protecting people from death and suffering from cardiovascular and other non-communicable diseases. Tobacco use and secondhand smoke exposure were major causes of cardiovascular disease, including heart attacks and stroke, contributing to approximately 3 million deaths per year. Bureau Report, NS India News, Ahmedabad.
Indonesia's Mount Merapi shot a towering plume of ash about 6 kilometers high on Friday in an eruption. As per authorities said, lasted 2 minutes. The National Disaster Mitigation Agency said that volcano's alert status raised last month from the lowest level is unchanged and a 3-kilometer no-go zone around the crater remains in force.
The eruption at 8:20 am caused no panic and nearby Adi Susupchu Yogyakarta International Airport is still open to flights. The mountain is about 30 km from center of Yogyakarta city on the densely populated island of Java. About 250,000 people live within a 10-kilometer radius of the volcano. Merapi's last major eruption in 2010 killed 347 people. Indonesia, an archipelago of more than 250 million people, sits on the Pacific Ring of Fire and is prone to earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. Indonesian government seismologists monitor more than 120 active volcanoes. Bureau Report, NS India News, Ahmedabad.
The Directorate of Revenue Intelligence busted a racket involving the manufacturer of tramadol, a psychotropic substance prescribed under the Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substance (NDPS) Act at the premises of a company in Valsad. The agency seized tramadol worth Rs 6.7 crore and arrested 2 persons. DRI officials claim this particular drug is used by ISIS, Islamic State of Iraq and Syria militants to overcome pain and fatigue.
Specific intelligence was developed by the Ahmedabad zonal unit of DRI that a pharmaceutical company based at Sarigam in Valsad district was involved in manufacturing tramadol, a prohibited substance under the NDPS Act. Acting on this intelligence input, officers of DRI at Surat and Vapi raided the company and seized 6.7 crore tramadol tablets and capsules, weighing 2,129 kgs and 8,700 kg of tramadol hydrochloric salt. Officials added that machinery used to manufacture the drug has also been seized and that the 2 partners of the company have been apprehended. Tramadol is a synthetic opioid which is very popular and in demand in the African nations such as Nigeria and Ghana, where a large section of population is addicted to it. As its consumption causes euphoria, the youth abuse it for sexual and energy purposes, and it is added to beverages to give a heightened sensation and pleasure. This drug is reportedly also popular among ISIS militants in the war zones of the Middle East. Bureau Report, NS India News, Ahmedabad.
For more updates, keep watching NS India News. I am Lois Christian signing off. Goodbye.